Hey, buenos dias, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué pasó, amigos? John's Moto Garage. Welcome back to the channel. As we come to the close of 2019, I thought it'd be cool to share with you guys one of the best flips of the year. If you don't know, or if you're new to the channel, my name's John. I love buying and riding motorcycles and selling bikes on the side as well as a hobby. I've been doing it for last 5-6+ years. And the cool thing with that is you're able to try out a bunch of different bikes. You can make a little bit of money on the side. And so there's a lot of perks. It's kind of like a win-win, except when you lose money, that's always a drag. But today we're going to be talking about one of the big wins. We're going to go over how much the bike was purchased for, how much the bike was sold for, of course what the profit was, and then how long it took to sell the motorcycle. But there is a twist. There is a twist to it. All right, like I said, there is a twist to this. So this actually isn't a bike that I flipped. It's actually a motorcycle that one of the subscribers flipped. I had a subscriber reach out to me back in April of this year, and he's actually the same dude. His name's Don. He sent me the lead for the Honda Goldwing F6B that I sold earlier in the year, and I was able to make a ton of money on that one. So big shout out and thanks again for that, Don. Don lives out in Michigan on the East Coast, and he says he'll buy a bike for riding season. Usually try to get a good deal with low mileage, use it for the season, rack up 12,000-16,000 miles on the bike, and then sell it, break even, or sometimes make money. But in this instance, he sent me a story about the first bike that he ever bought intentionally to flip. It was not without a little bit of drama, but we're gonna see how much he paid for the motorcycle, what the motorcycle was, and then of course how much he made for it and how long it took him to sell it. And then at the end also, Don shared with me some of the other bikes that he's purchased over the years, and we'll share some of his favorite motorcycles that he's owned. All right, so here it is from Don. He said, hey John, I got really lucky with this one. I found this listing only 7 hours after it was posted, and the seller already had a pending sale offer. And that happens a lot. Sometimes you gotta act fast, especially when it's like a smoking deal, and if other people are hot to trot, you gotta act fast in some cases. He said, lucky for me, the would-be buyer never showed up, and I was next in line. The timing was a bit tough, but I grabbed the cash, and after brunch with the family on Easter Day, I had my daughter drive with me 1 hour to take a look at the aging beauty. So it's a 1997 Honda Valkyrie is what he's gonna go check out. After a quick ride and a quicker negotiations, I was off-riding my new loud Valkyrie home on the first sunny/dry day in the last 8. It wasn't an uneventful ride. I knew there were issues with the rear valve stem, and within 5 minutes, once I got up to speed over 30 miles per hour, I was losing pressure quick. So he barely gets the bike, he jumps on it, ready to grip home, and he's starting to lose pressure in that rear tire, probably getting a little wobbly, things are getting sketch. To make a long story short, 6 gas station air stops later, and a can of Fix-A-Flat, I was still only 10 miles from the seller's house with another 45 miles to home. It was obvious that at this rate, it would have taken me about 8 hours, and I would have spent about $65 at the air pump. So I called in a favor, and a good friend showed up with his rickety old trailer and saved the day. We'll go over how much he paid for it in a second. So he bought the bike. He said he just listed it yesterday, and he already has someone coming out later to check out the motorcycle. So there you have it, a 97 Valkyrie, and I don't know how many miles were on the motorcycle. I didn't see that listed here, but here's how much he paid for the motorcycle, only $2,600. So that's a pretty smoking deal. It's hard to find Valkyries, and if you check out the photos, this was the full touring, fully decked out. It's got the hard bags on and everything on it. Those are hard to come by, let alone a Valkyrie. I don't know if I've ever found a Valkyrie first gen anywhere near that price point. Now, leave a comment below. Guess how long you think it took him to sell the motorcycle, and guess how much you think he sold the motorcycle for. I know we don't know the mileage, but I know the year is a 97. It's a Valkyrie Touring Edition. How much do you think he sold the bike for? Leave a comment below. All right, so he sent me a message like a day or two later. He said, that was fast. Just sold the bike tonight for $4,000. Nice little profit, $1,400. So I think it only took him like 2 to 3 days, maybe 5 days to sell the motorcycle. A nice $1,400 profit. He got to rip around on a Honda Valkyrie, and yeah, all in all, I'd say for 2019, that's a pretty solid, nice flip, especially if that's your first intentional flip on a motorcycle. And then he said, hey, that was really the first bike I purchased with just the intentions to flip, and it couldn't have worked out better. He said over the years he's purchased well over 20 bikes, and mainly to ride during the short 7-month riding season in Michigan, use it for commuting, and then sell it at the end of the season to make his money back, sometimes make some money there. All right, now let's go over some of Don's favorite motorcycles. Here's a list of his favorites over the years. He said one that he regrets selling was an older Kawasaki KZ 100 police bike, or 1000, an old state police bike from West Virginia. Even had an old speeding ticket in the saddlebag. This thing was awesome, so comfortable, even when I took a 3,000-mile trip out to South Dakota one year. One bonus about this bike was the fact that it came with all the original police equipment still on the bike and working. So he had lights, siren, and everything still working. Dang. I would probably get myself in a little bit too much trouble if I had that motorcycle in my hands. All right, quick list of some of his favorite motorcycles. Suzuki Intruder 95. I've never ridden the Intruder, but I've heard awesome things about it. 97 black and yellow Valkyrie Standard, said that was his favorite. Most comfortable KZ1000P. Most confident / handling in the twisties, Honda ST1000 or 1300 sport bike, sport touring. Fastest / funnest, FJR 1300. In parentheses, 132 miles per hour. Not sure what that means. Best flip, 97 Valkyrie, 2 days, $1,400. Oh dang, he sold that in only 2 days. And then shortest time to own, 5 days, Kawasaki Concourse, crashed 500 feet from his front door. Check out the video. Hopefully it's okay, Don, if I share this video, but I thought the first time I watched it, it wasn't clear, but the dude in the vehicle was actually backing up and ran into Don. You can see the reverse lights are there. Oh, there's a picture of the Kawasaki. Yeah, that's a rad looking bike for sure. All right, there you have it, you guys. One of the best flips of 2019. Wasn't a flip that I did, but shout out to Don. I'd say that's a pretty solid one. Can't complain. $1,400, heck yeah. Plus, you got to rip around on a Honda Valkyrie, so that makes for a good couple of days and a nice little profit. Leave a comment below. What do you guys think? Have you ever had any crazy flips like that? Feel free to send them in. johnsmotogarage@gmail.com. I love hearing those stories. Anyway, like and subscribe if you dig the content. Appreciate the support. Happy 2019, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Adios, hasta luego, nos vemos.